how Taylor Swift ditched dealing with Hollywood studios to release the Eras Tour with AMC. Now there's a lot more details that go into the story with what happened to Taylor Swift and Adam Aaron, and we have a lot of stuff to go over with AMC, including some due diligence and some pieces that I found on Reddit that I think are of importance. Now, as many of you know, the market is closed tomorrow. Tomorrow is Labor Day, but we also have GameStop earnings. GameStop reporting earnings on Wednesday, ticker symbol GME, so we need to prepare ourselves to potentially make money on GameStop and possibly have that extra day tomorrow when the markets are closed to load up on extra powder in our accounts. So without further ado, we have a ton of stuff to cover. Make sure to watch until the end of the video. Hit the like button. It's free. It helps me out. Just do it now so you don't forget throughout the video. Hit the subscribe button. Have post notifications on. Let's get to 17,000 subscribers. Let's get into the video. Taylor Swift was approached to rep/hype FTX when approached about an endorsement deal. Swift asked FTX brass, in quotes, "Can you tell me that these are not unregistered securities?" And you can see this right here. Taylor Swift asked FTX about its legality before balking on $100 million sponsorship deal, according to a lawyer. Denied to the billionaire that $100 million sponsorship deal. But let's keep going. You may have all seen my theory about naked shorts / FTDs sitting in obligation warehouse being buried into securitized tokens in order for shorters to clean up the liabilities from the books, basically committing fraud with extra steps. Adam Aaron was seen at a Swift concert with Swift's mom and her dad, a stockbroker / financial advisor. Now this is also true, and Adam Aaron actually just made a tweet about it. Well, I guess you all now realize exactly why I had a keen interest in attending Taylor Swift's mesmerizing The Eras Tour concert back in early July. Okay, so all of this check out. And what happened here? Well, the unorthodox deal that bypassed traditional studios and instead released the film directly in cinemas with AMC theaters acting as a distributor came about only after this day of discussions. And this was in particularly discussed and negotiated by Adam Aaron and Taylor Swift's parents. And the rest of the article just shows their plan and how they plan to strategize. Now, I agree wholeheartedly with this comment. I can't count how many down votes I've had in the past for saying this. AMC paying off debt means nothing until they change their business model. Taylor Swift comes along and all of a sudden, we have a new narrative. The amount of eyeballs she puts on AMC is insane, and the fact that they did it by cutting out the big movie and music industry executives, absolutely not just a new business model, but one never seen yet. Hopefully this buzz doesn't fade out quickly in 6 to 8 weeks, and AMC can land more of these deals with other performers. Now this is absolutely huge, and the reason it's huge is because Adam Aaron has somehow put himself in a position to cut Hollywood out of the deal, cut that middleman out of the deal, and now AMC is going to make connections with these separate celebrities to bring in more revenue, and cutting out a big player like that in the industry could be a very, very dangerous move, but it also could bring you to the top. Now, digging a little deeper, 2 business days after the 8/11 AMC ruling, DTCC sent out a reminder to participants about contra QSIPs and tenders. This could explain the massive numbers of separate AMC QSIPs, new contra QSIPs created for obligations that need to close, or upcoming changes impacting reorganizations events with an early tender deadline date. Looks like starting next month, those that close early after next month can pay a early premium and not get really screwed after that deadline. You guys let me know your thoughts on this in the comments down below. Moving on, the simple fact that Investor Place has this article on him is a red flag. AMC stock alert talking about another retail investor fighting to be on AMC's board. We saw crypto plays try this. We're seeing many retail try this. We're seeing Al from Boston put out polls about being on the board. And in my opinion, a lot of these influencers is not a good idea to put them on the board for AMC. But if you think somebody should be, let me know in the comments down below. I've had people ask me about it. I just don't think I'd be a fit for it, or that it's even a good idea. Now, synthetic sellers using bonds. Bonds are being used as collateral against a lot of short positions. When this collateral doesn't match the short positions is when things get crazy, like January 2021 or even June 2021. This goes for all bonds being used as collateral. AMC bonds were worthless at the end of 2020, and when they spiked, it created havoc and got the buy button turned off for people, as a lot of people were upside down on positions. Like Samuel Clemens says on Twitter, an event where they go worthless back in 2020 could trigger events that happened back in 2021 when the buy button was taken away. Now, the last piece I wanted to touch on AMC was something posted by Charles Gasparino. He says it's a shame more reporters didn't call this out. It was obvious based on what you can find on a balance sheet. Short sellers made hundreds of millions of dollars in August because AMC's finances included massive cash burn. lots of debt, and movie attendance that due to streaming hasn't returned to pre-pandemic levels. I just wanted to point this out there because a lot of people are talking about short sellers making over $300 million on AMC stock, and the reality of this is that it is all unrealized. No short sellers were able to successfully close out their short positions profitably because they are trapped in the play. Also, who would listen to Charles Gasparino? Now, before we move on, I'm just going to talk about Moomoo really quick for you guys, a platform that has never taken the buy button away, has never done retail wrong, and a platform that essentially allows you to trade for free, including access to level 2 order book data, which you have to pay for on several different platforms like Webull, trading options, going long, going short, viewing other exchanges, and a customizable earnings calendar, which many don't even provide. Once you sign up using my link and make a deposit of any amount, you start earning free stocks from there, all the way up to 16 free stocks, including a free Tesla or Google stock once you reach the threshold. And keep note that all 16 of these stocks can be valued up to thousands of dollars. So guys, I'm going to leave that link in the description and pin in the top of comments, as well as the Discord link with the Moomoo link right next to each other, side by side. I'm in the Discord on the daily, so if you want to talk with me, if I can't get to your comments on YouTube, or whether you're a beginner or advanced trader and you want a group with a bunch of people who trade stocks all day long and are essentially seeking financial freedom like yourself, join the Discord. It's $1.99 a month. Skip your coffee one day of the month just to be in Discord, and you'll probably make more off of it anyway to get more coffees. We also have options trading alerts in there. We post gains, post losses, take some degen bets, talk stocks all day long, and I post my trades as soon as I take them. Let's get back to the video. GameStop released their own 2TB SSD on September 1st, 2023. It would be exciting to see them launch more similar products with their own branding, considering the strength of the brand name GameStop. It would be even more exciting to see them provide any information about potential future products in their upcoming earnings report. However, I would say it's less likely considering GameStop typically keeps quiet about their plans. They also added an installation guide in video format directly on the listing. Simple, but helpful to customers. So GameStop is doing things in the background, and as many of you know, they do like to keep quiet, but this is a fire product, and we do have earnings coming up on Wednesday, and we're going to touch on the charts right now. GameStop currently trading at $18.42, and take a look down here. Every single time earnings hits, it plays out something very, very similar, and we are at the same exact point. I'm going to bring the drawings in right here for you guys. These orange lines are exactly when earnings plays out, and you can see that GameStop always has this gap up on earnings at some point, but right before has this little U-dip recovery. It has this every single time. Now, if I shrink this, you'll see that every single earnings, it had a gap up. So not only back here, but here, right here, a small one, back here, which we called out perfectly, back here. And finally, what is going to happen this upcoming earnings? Well, in my opinion, just taking a quick look at it, not spending too much time on it, this is my outlook for GameStop. Whether it happens on Tuesday or whether it happens on earnings, I do see an 18% move on GameStop coming up and getting rejected at the resistance level at around $21.50 or $21.75. That is the range I'm looking at for GameStop. It's making this U recovery. I expect we get a gap up at some point. Plus, just based off of what we're tracking, GameStop is set to rip very, very soon. However, this could just be a fake out to get retail into purchasing premium to lose money on GameStop. So be very, very careful with that, because this is also something you could expect, a retracement coming into earnings and then a rip. But assuming that this isn't lined up correctly and it doesn't repeat, but it does rhyme, you could get a nasty, nasty gap up for GameStop. The next level I'd watch is $24.50, the top of this resistance level. That's my outlook on GameStop. You guys let me know in the comments if you're playing it, and if you are playing it, let's talk more about it in Discord. And Bank of America released its annual. They've sold, but not yet purchased, $534.33 billion worth of securities in 2022 alone. Yeah, I bet you thought that was overall, but in 2022 alone. But if you Venmo $600, remember you get audited by the IRS. Now, this is extremely important to pay attention to, because what year was the full year of AMC's decline? 2022. Sold securities, not yet purchased. We know Citadel's is huge as well. Apparently, JP Morgan notified the Treasury Department of more than $1 billion in transactions related to human trafficking by Jeffrey Epstein dating back 16 years, and this is why JP Morgan wants to settle the Jeffrey Epstein lawsuits outside of the court. How many of these banksters were visiting Epstein's island? Overall, guys, that is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Hopefully you are enjoying your 3-day weekend. We have one more day left. Make sure to have post notifications on. I'm going to be uploading some YouTube shorts, maybe some posts. If you want to talk with me more, get in the Discord. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.